So I made a trip to David's Tea today, which is a relatively new tea store in my area. It's a Canadian company. I was having a conversation with one of my friends who's from Canada recently about how I had gotten a bunch of stuff from Teavana during their Heavenly sale. A video will come about that at some point in the future. And she was like, oh, I love, Teavana's great, but I really love David's Tea. You should check their website out. So I did, and I noticed that they are predominantly in Canada, but they had just opened up, like in November, a month and a half ago, a store not too far from me, about like 40 minutes away. So I had just bought all this stuff from Teavana, and I was like, well, I shouldn't, you know, buy too much stuff, too much more tea. But last night was the 31st, like New Year's Eve, and I was going to go out, but then I had one of my clients asked if I would babysit for them. So I decided that if I went out if I babysat instead of going out and spending money, I could take the money that I made babysitting to justify buying more tea, which is what I decided to do. So, like, there's a couple things that are really nice about David's compared to Teavana. They don't require that you buy 2 ounces. On their online website, the minimum you can pick is 50 grams, which I believe is around 1.7 ounces. But if you go into their store, you can buy ½ ounce of a million different teas, which is what I did. I said, what's the least amount of each variety I can buy? I want to try a bunch. And she said, okay, it's around ½ an ounce. Our scales don't really register anything less than that. So I said, perfect, I want to try like a ½ an ounce of everything that sounds delicious. And I ended up trying, I think, around 28 teas. Yeah. And so I got those. I got 27 like ½ ounce samples, 2 larger tins that were on clearance, and a hot cup of tea for $78, which my budget was $120. That's what I made last night. So I think I did pretty good because I have like $42 left to spend. So the first thing I did was I got a cup of their hot tea, and I chose the cookie dough white tea, which is one of their seasonal blends. The nice thing compared to Teavana about that is they charge $3 a cup of tea. They do it hot or iced. But it doesn't matter what variety, how expensive the leaf is you choose, or how cheap, it's $3 regardless. So that was nice. The thing that kind of put me off was, and I don't know if this is because it was a new store, but and they didn't really know what they were doing. They sell tea steepers, like Teavana has Perfect Tea Maker, which is what I steep most of my loose leaf tea in. Instead of using that, they filled this cup up with hot water, put the tea leaves in like a tea sachet, basically like a tea bag, threw the tea bag in, put the lid on, handed it to me, and said, we recommend you steep this for 4 to 7 minutes. And I was like, okay, that's odd, because I would never put loose leaf tea in a tea bag. And they have tea steepers there. I don't know why they were putting it in a tea bag and handing it to people, and why they weren't brewing it themselves behind the counter. They also only had agave and honey to sweeten, whereas Teavana uses German rock sugar, which I kind of prefer too. So I used honey, but and I only steeped it for 4 minutes because it's a white tea, and white tea does burn easily. I wish it wouldn't have been in a tea bag, but I like the tea, and I have some more in the bag that I got to sample and try making myself at home. And as you can see from my receipt, they list the type of tea, the quantity in ounces, the price per ounce, and then the total price for me. And the nice thing is she didn't over pour any of the teas. Like I said, I wanted ½ an ounce, and she gave me ½ an ounce, no questions asked, which is kind of different than Teavana. Another thing that they have is the tea menu, which is kind of nice. She gave this to me, and like they list all of their teas, and like she gave me a pen, and you can kind of like mark off which ones like you're trying. So like I marked some of these oolongs over here that I picked out. which I thought was kind of nice to have. So I got 2 tins of tea. These are like their Boxing Day clearance sale. They're 50% off, so they ended up being $7.75. They were normally $15.50. It's 3.5 ounces of tea, which is 100 grams. This first one I got is Santa's Secret. And the description is, ever wonder how Santa manages to deliver all those presents in just one night? Probably with this blend of black tea, peppermint leaves, and spices, all sprinkled with real little candy canes. And the description, the ingredients are Chinese black tea, peppermint leaves, candy cane sprinkles, natural and artificial flavoring. And they list any potential allergens, and this one says it may contain soy. It smells amazing. So I don't know if you can see, but there's little candy cane sprinkles in there, which are the cutest things ever. And I actually can't even smell the black tea, to be honest. It doesn't smell like tea. It smells like a creamy, sweet peppermint candy cane. I'm really excited to try this one, maybe with like a splash of milk or half and half. I think it's perfect for this time of year. And then I got this other one, which I believe is one of their seasonal fall flavors, and it was also on clearance. It's banana nut bread. And this one was an herbal, what they call a fruit infusion. The description says, this tea miraculously captures the flavors of freshly baked banana bread. The taste of real banana slices blends perfectly with almonds and the sweetness of dates and currants. It's fragrant with all the warmth of a loaf of hot from the oven. And the ingredients on this one are dates, currants, almonds, bananas, and artificial flavoring. And it contains tree nuts. And this one's a lot denser, so it doesn't fill up the tin. It's like half full. But it smells absolutely amazing. It really does smell like banana nut bread. And I mean, it's heavier because it has all those like chunks of nuts in there. I can't wait to try that one. And then everything else that I got, there's like 26 or 27 of these like little half-ounce bags. And the other nice thing about David's versus Teavana is their bags are air and light proof, so you don't have to worry about buying tins. And the tins that they do have cost $2.50. And if you buy 100 grams of their tea, in any particular flavor, you get a free silver tin. At least online. I don't know about in the store. I didn't actually buy 100 ounces, which is what these are. But I didn't, besides those like clearance ones, I didn't say I want 100 ounces of this tea. And I think what I'm going to do next, I'm going to try a bunch of these and figure out what my favorites are and order those in 100 grams online, because they have free shipping of over $50, and they have a lot of flavors that I wanted to try that are online exclusive, like ice cream cake, which sounds amazing, and they give you 3 free samples online. So that's the plan. Anyways, I'm going to show you a couple of these, and then I'm going to have to cut off the video because I'm filming on my phone, and it will only let me upload short videos to YouTube. So this first one is Creme Caramel Rooibos, and this was one of like about 2 or 3 that was recommended to me by the girl that was helping me that worked there. Based on the other ones that I picked, she was like, oh, I think you would really like this one. The description is, there are few dessert teas more satisfying than this. Smooth, sweet, and creamy, it's a taste sensation with no calories. The ingredients are rooibos tea, caramel pieces, and natural flavoring. And I'm not always the biggest rooibos fan, but she said this one didn't taste too much like rooibos, and it was just really sweet and delicious. So I figured, what the heck, because there are a few rooiboses that I do like, so for like $1 or whatever it cost, I figure if I hate it, oh well, I tried it, you know. I was being adventurous at that point for $1.88, I think. $1.75. Okay. It's worth a try. And it does smell sweet and caramely, but you do get rooibos scented tea in there. And this other one I got was birthday cake, which is also another rooibos. The description's a sweet and festive rooibos blend that brings the taste of birthday cake to your cup any day of the year, sprinkles and all. The ingredients are rooibos, honeybush, green rooibos, freeze-dried ice cream bits, sprinkles, and flavoring. And the allergens are dairy, eggs, and soy. And this one's sweet and slightly kicky smelling. I don't smell as much of the rooibos, and it's so cute. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell in there. There's all these little colored sprinkles, like a birthday cake. It's cute, and I'm excited to try it. Okay, I'm going to be back with a part 2 and probably a part 3 and God knows how many other parts. So if this is of interest to you, tune back. Thanks for watching. Bye.